Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your humble host, Fizz Ed Music, and this right here, this is Urban Politics. Want to thank you all for liking and subscribing as you do. Please, as soon as you have a chance, take your little cell phone over to YouTube, like and subscribe. Fizz Ed Music, Urban Politics. Once again, was on hiatus last week. Had some stuff to take care of, but I'm back at you. Back like we never left. We got a few topics to cover, and then I'm going to get right into my IPA of the week. I got a couple of IPAs because I've been kind of backlogged. I've been covering so much news and so much other stuff, ain't been able to get to my IPA of the week. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got about 4 IPAs we're going to talk about today because, like I said, I've been getting backlogged, so we got to talk about them. But first, I want to start out with some politics of the day because this is, urban politics, and this is why you come to the show, for politics. So let's start with issue one. one. Yo, issue one, thankfully, did not pass. It got a no vote. It got voted down. Basically, issue one, listen. For more than 100 years, Ohio has required a simple majority to pass an amendment to the state's constitution. That is at least 50% plus one vote. A no vote will keep it that way. So a no vote for issue one will keep it that way. We did get a no vote. A yes vote on issue one would raise the threshold to change the state constitution to at least 60%. And that's it. That's all the issue one was about. Issue one only made it to where if you wanted to amend something in the Constitution, you couldn't do it with just a 51, vote. You would have to have a 60 whatever vote, Excuse me. So it just raised the threshold for you to get an amendment passed or whatever. And I'm glad that, it got a no vote on that. People were paying attention. People came out. Now, I worked the polls, and I got to see firsthand constituents who, a lot of them had a fire lit under them. Boy, they was hot about this issue one, and it was like, they could also see, like I see, you put your political hat on, you can look down the road, and you see what this is about. This is about them setting it up so that in the future, they can, put these amendments in the Constitution, and then it would have been almost impossible for the common man or woman to get rid of them. And when you raise the threshold like that, you make it to where, unless you got a whole lot of money and a whole lot of influence, you're probably not going to be able to get something changed. And they knew that. They knew that that's what they were doing or what they tried to do. I'm glad to see the common man, common woman was paying attention and just didn't let it go. I like to see that the people prevailed. When it comes to issue one, ladies and gentlemen, the people prevailed and made sure that the people still have their voice, because you should not need more than 51 votes to win an issue. You should not need 60 or 61 votes. You should only need that. A win's a win, right? A W's a W. So whether you got, 50.99% of the vote, or you got 51% of the vote, you got the majority, you got the plurality, you win the vote, and that's the way it should be. So thank God that people were paying attention. Like I said, they came out in droves. They had said the early voting is usually like 100 and some change thousand. The early voting on issue one was 500 and some change thousand. Like I said, I was at the polls. I didn't have a moment to sit down. So for about 12, 13 hours, we was just all day helping people vote. Like I said, there were some people on there on fire about the issue. There were some people there who were also voting because they are looking for that issue, the marijuana issue, to be on the ballot in November, which it will be. I've reported that on this show. It will be on there. So they wanted to make sure that you can get these marijuana laws instilled and make sure that it won't be easy for people to come along and overturn them or whatever, or make some kind of law against marijuana that you can't overturn. So just good stuff, man. It's good that, like I said, John Q. Public and Jane Q. Public were paying attention and came out and actually voted. Chef's kiss on that. I love to see it. So issue one did not pass. They tried to pull a fast one. The Republicans, it was a power grab. And I ain't gonna lie, I say it all the time, man. Republicans, man, they are snake oil salesmen, but they are so good at the game of politics. And that was quite the stroke that they tried to get off. But it did not work. Because, like I said, people was paying attention, and I love to see it. Politics, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about an issue that's near and dear to my heart. Because I went to college for a hot second. And how about this? I got college loans. And Didn't even get all that. I mean, I have an associate degree. I have college loans. Put that together in your head. Anyway, but check this out. This was interesting that I read lately. It said college. It said bad luck for fresh-faced graduates who have splashed thousands on a degree. Job ads are not requiring one is up to 90% according to LinkedIn data. So LinkedIn is recording that 90% of jobs these days aren't even asking for a college degree. So these kids is doing all this stuff to go to college, to get in a good college, spending all this thousands of dollars on college, and now we're at the point to where people are not even caring if you have the letters after your name, not even caring if you have a college degree. Well, I've talked about it. Bill Maher has talked about it. Maybe people are listening. It says with skills in and degrees out. Listen to that. With skills in and degrees out is the once highly sought after qualification effectively useless from here on now. Yes, it says, from here on out. Not necessarily, argues experts. Lockdown era graduates have had it bad enough, forced to study alone on Zoom during the pandemic rather than to share the valuable coming of age university experience enjoyed by their parents. And that's true. I talked with a young friend of mine lately. He's about 21. So this guy just soaking up he just got through college and all that. He kind of went through an accelerated course. He's a smart young man. And I was saying that to him, that a lot of young people his age were suing universities because they definitely did not have the college experience that I and other people who came through quote unquote normal times had. You know, all the sorority and fraternity parties and all the camaraderie of other students and class events and, student body events and all that. All that was taken away from them because of COVID. So should they have to pay the same as, students like myself who got that experience? I don't think so. I agree with, if you pay $50,000, $60,000 to go to OSU, if you had to go during the pandemic, I think you should only have to pay like maybe 20, 25, maybe 30,000 because you definitely did not get the full experience. You were locked in a dorm somewhere, locked in a home somewhere, taking classes over Zoom, over the computer. That's not the college experience. You didn't get the full college experience. You probably shouldn't have to pay the full college tuition, right? Now they're about to find out the university diploma they paid a pretty penny for is no longer even in demand. So that's sad. So here it is. A lot of these kids, they went to school through the pandemic, right? They did it how they tell you you're supposed to go. They got this degree, and now they get out here in the real world, and they don't even necessarily want a degree anymore. What has happened? Okay, years ago, and if you don't believe anything I'm about to say, you can Google it all. I'm just about to simplify it real quick for you. Years ago, big business and these colleges got together and said, hey, look, here's what we'll do. We won't let them work in our big business unless they have a degree from your institution. They have to pay a bunch of money for that. How will they pay for it? They'll take out these loans from the government, and then they'll come to my institution and they'll work themselves to death to pay off your institution. And that's how they work in tandem together. But what's happening is people over here who do business are like, I take all your people just because they come from your university and they have those letters after their name, but they don't know how to do the job that I paid them to do, even though they have that degree that they got from you. And years ago, we made the deal that I'm going to hire people who you give this degree because that gives that degree value. But now there's this thing called Google. And anything that they could have learned in your facility or in your, college or whatever with that degree, we can now Google that. So that's not worth what it used to be worth. So now we got a problem. So now big business like, hey, look, we got a problem because I'm hiring these people just because they got that degree that I said I would do for you, but they don't have the skills to do what I need them to do. Sometimes I have to go over here and get somebody who has experience and no degree. And that's what's going on. So now you have a lot of kids who went here, they got these big degrees, they spent all this money on college and these fancy universities just for them to get out and not be able to get a job or not get a job over somebody who may be older but has that experience, because the experience is priceless. And that's the thing. When I was younger, whenever you tried to get a job, that's what they would always say. We want somebody with experience. Looking for somebody with experience. Well, you can't get experience, right, unless somebody gives you a chance or gives you a job. So, You know what I'm saying? You can't get that experience without getting a job. You couldn't get the job unless you had experience. So it was a crazy circle that, you know what I'm saying, employees and employers were in or whatever. But now it looks like they're trying to get out of that loop, saying, hey, let's go ahead and hire people with experience and not worry about a degree, because a degree does not equal experience. Sometimes real world, real life experience is better than that degree. But then that's messed up for a person who done spent $100,000 on a degree. So that's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been said that in a minute here, college is going to be obsolete because you got Google. Google going to pay a bunch of money to go to somebody's university to learn a whole bunch of stuff they don't know, when anybody with fingertips can Google anything and have the answer right there, Johnny on the spot in seconds. The world has changed, ladies and gentlemen. So then, you can't put as much value in a college education or a college degree that you once did. There's a young man I knew a while ago. I worked with him. He's probably about 30 something. And he told me, he said, man, let me tell you, the best thing I ever did was not go to college. So he told me. Said the best thing he ever did was not go to college. He said, because I got a bunch of friends now. They all went to college. They all got degrees. And they're all working just like me. But the difference is now they're working to pay back this college loan that I never took out. Smart kid. Times are changing. That college degree is not worth what it used to be worth. Oh well, with that being said, let me get right into my IPAs of the days, my IPAs of the week. I'm going to start with this first one, this North High Brewing Company, this Session IPA. It's called Grapefruit Walleye. Grapefruit Walleye. And of course, what do you think? Is it infused with grapefruit? Of course it is. This is oh my Lord, this is so small. I got to try and read it. The dank pungency of Citra hops is amplified by a hearty dose of grapefruit juices. The result is a blast of effervescent Citra tang. Yeah, okay. Grapefruit walleye. Some of that. You can taste the grapefruit. Do I like grapefruit infused with my beer? Not all the time, but that was cool. Or what it was what it was. I'm not hating on it. It was decent. You know what I'm saying? It was a good beer. It was a good IPA. Here's another one. Now, this is by Southern Tier. You know, they're another company. They got Hoptomic Rush. This was a rush of hops right here. Tropical IPA. Hey, this wasn't no joke right here. I'm not going to lie. This was, let me see here if I can see. Well, okay, brewed and canned by Southern Tier Brewing Company, which is in Lakewood, New York. USA, or NY. So there you go. 6.5% alcohol. Yeah, this was good. It wasn't super strong, but it definitely wasn't. It ain't hardcore, but it ain't soft. This was not softcore. You know what I'm saying? This was a good little beer right here, and pretty delicious. Not bad. If you got a little bit of money in your pocket, go ahead and get you a Southern Tier Hoptomic Rush Tropical IPA. It's pretty good. All right. Let's talk about this one. This one is from, this is a local beer right here, because this is brewed, I want to say, in Gahanna. Yes, brewed and packaged by Hart State Brewing, 750 Cross Point Road, Gahanna, 43230. What does it say? Drink what your heart desires. Drink what your heart, can you see that? Let me put it in there. Drink what your heart desires. That's funny right there. That's good. This is a good little beer right here. It was all of these things. There's salt, tropical, juicy, and easy. It was all of that. I could taste the salt. I could taste the tropics. It was easy to drink. It was tasty. This Break American IPA. This is a good one right here. 6.5% alcohol once again, so it's a little more bang for your buck. It was good. Yeah, you know what? But Hart State, they're a local company, and they make some good IPAs. I like a lot of their IPAs. Now, this one right now that I'm literally currently sipping on as I'm doing the show. Give me a minute. Give me another minute. Okay. Yeah. Excuse me. This is a good one right here. This is another Southern Tier. So this guy is, you know what I'm saying, from the same company as these guys right here. And this is, what is it? It's 2-time Juice Jolt. It's a Juice Jolt. This is good right here because you could actually kind of taste the juice. You know, they're talking about a extra juicy double IPA. You can kind of taste the juice in it. Bold, dynamic, extraordinary. It's all of those things, ladies and gentlemen. It's really, really good. It's a sippable beer, you know. It's a sippable beer. I'm sipping it right here. That's a really good beer. It's not bad. So if you got a little bit of money in your pocket, you definitely want to mess with that Southern Tier. Bold, dynamic, extraordinary. I agree. What they got down here? It says bold, fruit juice, and flavors. Yes, you can taste the fruit juice, and that's good. I love a good IPA when it's sour in the front and then maybe gives you kind of a juiciness in the back, whether it's a grapefruit or a lemon or something like that. You know, there's Voodoo Ranger makes that Juice Force. That's one of my favorite IPAs, and I like it because it's kind of got that lemon taste in it too. You know what I'm saying? So you get that beer, but you also kind of get the tart from the lemon infused with it. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That is my time. I look now, my time is drawing nigh. My time is done. I want to thank you all for liking and subscribing as you do. Please, as soon as you have a chance, take your little cell phone over to YouTube. Like and subscribe. Phys Ed Music, Urban Politics. Hey, but what can I say, ladies and gentlemen? As always, see you around like a donut.